Here are some easy factual questions about photosynthesis and respiration. Pause the video here, have a go, and then watch the rest of the video to understand the answers and how to easily get there. Okay, so these are factual questions, and when it comes to factual questions, the one thing to make sure of is that you are being specific with the answers you are putting down. So our first one, complete the word equation for photosynthesis. We need to make sure that we are completing a word equation. We're not putting symbols in. You can do, and you would get the marks. However, it's much easier for us to just think about the words that should fill in the gaps. Photosynthesis takes in carbon dioxide from the air and water from the roots of the plant. It transfers those chemicals into oxygen and glucose. Oxygen it releases into the atmosphere, and glucose has many different uses within the plant. Question B. What is the chemical symbol for glucose? This is one that you simply have to learn. C6H12O6. There's a pattern with the numbers which makes it easier to remember. Now, strictly speaking, they're unlikely to ask you to write it down in the exam. However, they might write it down in one of their questions and expect you to know what it means. State, which is simply write down 2 factors that can limit the rate of photosynthesis. So first of all, we're thinking about photosynthesis, which is this equation here. We're asked to state 2 factors, so we've got to put 2 things down on our answer. That can limit, which means it cannot go any faster, the rate, which is the speed of photosynthesis. Looking at the photosynthesis equation, we can already see that carbon dioxide would limit the rate of photosynthesis, because if you didn't have very much, you wouldn't be able to produce as much glucose and oxygen. Now, it looks like water should be an answer for this question. However, in reality, water can never be a limiting factor, so we don't use it when we're giving answers. Another thing that can stop photosynthesis from going as fast as possible is temperature. All you have to do is look outside on a winter's day. There are no leaves on the trees because it's too cold for photosynthesis. So it's fairly pointless for the trees to have leaves in the winter. Now it's switching, and this is one of the things it will do in your exam, is switching from topic to topic. Here we're looking at aerobic and anaerobic respiration. And it's asking you to describe one difference. We don't want to describe 2 differences. One difference is enough. If I'm looking at this, aerobic is with oxygen and anaerobic is without oxygen. And in making my notes, actually I've answered the question. Describe, it's not asking me to explain, so I'm simply going to write down aerobic respiration uses oxygen and anaerobic respiration does not. It's important that when we're comparing things or looking at a difference, that we write down both about aerobic respiration and about anaerobic respiration. Lastly, describe the meaning of the word metabolism. This is quite a hard one because metabolism is something that we all tend to forget because the actual word doesn't come up that much when we're talking through our theory. However, our definition of metabolism is the sum of all reactions taking place in the cell. And that is our dictionary definition, and we just have to learn that.